Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already on the way. And it's Forlan. Mitoma.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And he's forced to go back. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Yeah, time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
Mbappe, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Yaya Toure. Cafu. Now McTominay, he shifted it to the flank. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. Caceres. Puyol. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And it's Hullet. Quarter of an hour played. And here's Haaland.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Chance to deliver. Terrific header! And he's done it! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the first goal of the... Takes a shot! Mitoma gets it away. Chips it through. There's the shot! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Mbappe. And that's really well manoeuvred. Oh, well played, well played. Danger averted for now. Little pass back.
He had nobody else to help out there.
Threads one in. No, it's come to nothing. Gattuso is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Gets into some space. He's got away. Has crossed into the middle. Caceres getting this one clear. 15 minutes till half-time.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Driving forward. And this is Torres.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And here's Haaland. McTominay played with finesse. Shoots! He has done it! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up. Haaland really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And the shot's Torres! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Messi plays it short. And now they can spring out of defence. Pedri wins the duel this time. Cafu with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength, the sort of desire we hope will spread.
And here's Torres. Good read, needed to be. That's going to go a long way. And there's the end of the first half. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A two-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Haaland. Gattuso, the man synonymous with solidity. And here's Haaland. Knocks it out wide. And he's managed to get free.
Was that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Tries to pass it through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Now it's Torres. Now it's Forlan. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He's in a great position here. Big chance! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, I think the defence deserves credit for the way they were quick to close him down.
So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Now it's Torres. Out to the left it goes. Torres is onto this, and that's gone loose. Now it's Forlan. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. He's having a shot! It's in! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Jeff, Chiba really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
And he lines up a big header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Pedri. And it's Cáceres. Nicely weighted ball. Forlan. He's shifting through the gears here. And that has left him in a heap. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression.
Climbs up big! Denied by an instinctive save.
Fernando Torres is offering a wry smile there.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can take it on from here.
Cafu. McTominay, very much a man of this moment. Fired deep towards the back post.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Opts for safety. Mitoma. Into the last quarter of an hour.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Looking for the run. Now it's Forlan. Plays a sharp little ball here. It's a goal kick. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Attention, changement.
McTominay. Yaya Toure. And it's Maldini. Can he get it through? Mateus. He's onside. Pinches it off him. Yeah, he's fouled him there. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. So who's he going to be aiming for here? Oh, super ball. Quality ball. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Rodri. And it's Pedri. Hakimi.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
And it's Pedri.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
Changement pour l'Olympique de Marseille. Le numéro 24, Messi. Le numéro 14, à leur place.
Szoboszlai, over to the
Le
left.
numéro 15.
And he's managed to get rid. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Cafu did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Played out to the left flank. Neither of these two want to come off second best. That has been cut short. Well, there is div2, a player whose thirst for goals is unquenchable. One of Spain's finest ever strikers, Jim.
Yes, I think his record speaks for itself, Peter. He's far from just a poacher. I like the way he's constantly on the move, creating space for others, and he's got the creativity to play in deeper roles if needed.
Plays it, Fletcher!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Dunk. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Goal kick, as confirmed by the referee. Short changes him with that pass. They get a throw in. So we're still where we started right now. McTominay, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Dunk.
Porto clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Cafu is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Darren Fletcher to Ruben Neves. Kadiolu. Now it's Forlan. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Dunk cuts out the pass. Mitoma. And it's McTominay. And he's intervened well there. Vardiol. div2. It's Ribéry. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. That's gone for a throw-in. Ribéry. Porto looking to pass their way through. Forlan. Forlan!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Cafu is one whose deliveries we all know about. Gattuso. And this is Lukaku. That has been slung wide. And that could well leave a mark. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Now it's Villa. That's been slipped through. And this is Forlan. It's Forlan! He's been caught on it here. Ruben Neves. Darren Fletcher. And it's Hernandez. Spread out to the left. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And there is the half-time whistle. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. So the first half brought no goals. He's shaping up to have a crack from here. And so we have the first set piece of the game. Just a piece of art!
Oh, that was magnificent. What a way to stamp your ability on a game. Not necessarily pivotal, but it has most definitely shifted momentum.
That was beautiful. Something close to genius.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly.
And one more try! He can get that clear. And it's Kadiolu. Kadiolu gives it back. Gattuso is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Rijkaard. Now he's off and running. With Toma. That's a sharp pass. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's in space and looking for options. He gets big! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. Cafu. McTominay being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, he's been dropping into space and spraying balls all over the pitch, so enough seems enough now.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Haaland. Cafu. Very nicely done. And it's Gattuso. And here's Lukaku. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And this is Forlan. Cafu makes the interception. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
He's on it, can he get away? Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That's been cut out, well played. Hullet has found the net here, of course. So the team separated just by the one goal, which came early in the second period. 1-0 the score. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
David Villa is onto this. And this is Ribery. Just eases him off the ball. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Terrific save by Abbiati.
Porto really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Fallen! Goal! Porto are level. You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
So there's going to be another change here. Well, that is the number we all wanted to see. What a sight this is.
Now, that's what you call a luxury addition, to be able to summon someone of this calibre.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Mateus. McTominay. Ibrahimovic, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Turns back here, probably the best option. And that's really well manoeuvred. And there's his chance to lead the counter.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
And it's Forlan. Ruben Neves. Distributed tidily. Now it's Villa.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much.
It's Fulham! Goal! Porto! And the comeback is complete. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
And now he has two. Porto get themselves into the lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
It's run loose here.
Jeff, Chiba really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Oh, sweet feet. Can he get it through? And the finish! It's off target and by quite a way.
Substituição para o Porto. Número 17.
Porto making another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
And here's Thuram. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick.
Look, Peter, what they need now are cool heads and discipline, and instead it looks like they've got a liability in their side.
I think we've got just about enough time for this free kick.
Yeah, and I think it's a lesson to be learned in not conceding free kicks in this area.
Takes the shot! Well, the contact was true enough, the aim wasn't quite.
Well, we always have to give a reason for it, Peter, but did he hit that too well?
Porto clearly now in lead preservation mode. Good ball, good take. Gattuso. Now McTominay. Maldini. Threads one in, spread neatly. He's got tall, and that is it. The equaliser just wouldn't come. It is over. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Boca Juniors! And that's got him off to a flyer.
The perfect show of intent, great purpose, great industry, and great confidence.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in...
Face-to-face with the keeper, and a chance! And yes, it's there! Not one, but two. It is a dream start.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Boca Juniors are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
McTominay, and it's Yaya Toure. Yaya Toure. Two down already, a nightmare start. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Xavi Alonso. And this is Torres. And it's Pedri. Spread out to the left. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Elects to cross. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And that was very necessary.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Boca Juniors clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now it's Torres. Mitoma. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Haaland. And this is Hullet. Cafu. Hullet! Messi gets it away. Olise.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Rice has found the net here, of course. Olise. Olise stood his... Olise! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Neuer claims comfortably. And now a sudden chance to counter. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Ibrahimovic. Quality ball. That's a sharp pass. Now it's Haaland. Cafu. Khan breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Koundé. Rice. Olise is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Irwin. Now he's got space here. Torres gets flagged offside. McTominay. And here's Haaland. Yaya Toure. And it's McTominay. And it's Yaya Toure. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Now it's Olise. Fernando Torres. Can he finish? Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Fernando Torres really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And he's taking no chances there. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Haaland. Played out to the left flank. Very nicely done. Mitoma. McTominay. Passing is crisp and sharp. Real chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And the pass is intercepted. It's not an especially good pass, that. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. No, that's been intercepted. Xavi Alonso. And it's Pedri. Irwin. And it's Pedri. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the first 45 minutes are up. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Jeff, Chiba really are lucky not to be down by more, Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players, otherwise this one's as good as done.
And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. but they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Van Dijk. Pedri. Olise, who has set up 2 goals. Maldini. And it's Hullet. A probing pass. Oh, good take in a good area. Decent chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Nice interception, well timed. Olise. Irwin. Pedri. Van Dijk. For Olise. That pass has been well intercepted. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Well, he's the quarterback equivalent, so I'm not surprised that he's been closed down first.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Rice, and this is Torres. And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And it's Rice. Tries to play it through. This might spell take chance! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are pulling clear here. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. We have already started here. And it's Hullet. Now it's Haaland.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costa Curta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them, and his tactical versatility means the centre-back, full-back,
Sweeper, defensive midfield player.
Yeah, and we shouldn't forget his outstanding vision and confidence on the ball, being almost as important as what he did at the back.
Hangs one in. Yaya Toure.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He is through here. Up he goes. They've scored. Certain, searing and imperious.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And he's there to belt it away. With Toma. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And here's Ibrahimovic. This looks promising. Here it is, crossed in. It's a throw-in. And it's Gattuso. Look at the space here. Chance, surely! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And now the breakaway.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now it's Ibrahimovic with Toma. Ibrahimovic. Now it's Haaland. Change of plan here, perhaps. That's the keeper's ball. Gattuso has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Cafu. And it's Hullet. And he's in on goal. And this is Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic! Oh, taken with style. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Now it's Gattuso.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Ibrahimovic. Decent progress down the left. It's Ibrahimovic! Well, the contact was true enough, the aim wasn't quite.
Well, it was a confident attempt, and he made it look like a doddle the way he generated that power.
Dixon. And it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now that looks a decent ball. Incoming delivery. McTominay clears it away. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Knocks it into space.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And it's Messi. That's a nicely weighted pass. And this is decent chance! It's bounced back off the post. And he can clear it away. Haaland. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Yaya Toure.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Azar. Has a look and plays it forward. And that has been slung wide.
Well, at least they acknowledge the effort.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and 2 between them at half-time. And we're already back up and running after half-time. And he takes a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Oh, the deftness of touch, received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Now it's Azar. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Foot in. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, that's a key interception. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. And he's gone searching crossfield. He shifted it to the flank. Gattuso is being harried and hassled.
Well, they've got to deny him time and space, and that's one way of ensuring it.
So what can they make of this? And the shot! It's in! And they are right back within touch! Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Number 13,
Ukraine give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. McTominay, a player who needs no introduction. Yaya Toure. And it's Ibrahimovic.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Played into space out wide. He's got full. He's got a goal. A really thumping header. Absolutely crashes it in.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So now the difference is 3. Neymar. Hazard. Good take. Chance for a shot! And that is wildly off target.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Spread it left. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Looking to go deep. That's going to go a long way. Now then, the ball's come loose. Beckenbauer. And Alaba. And it's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Yaya Toure. Cafu is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Neymar. Looking for options for movement. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And no, he's seen through all of that. McTominay spots it and intercepts. Could move up a gear here. Now it's Mbappe.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And that is expertly dealt with. And that has been clubbed away. Great vision. Oh, good taken. Can he finish? They've done it!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Haaland getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm of their opponents.
Substitution for Ukraine. Number 18, Robert Lewandowski. Number 6, Neymar. Number 5, Zinchenko. Coming on the field, number 11, Erling Haaland. Number 7, Zerberto. Number 9, Joshua Kimmich.
So is this the start of a comeback? Otto. Gattuso tries to play it through. He's in a great position here. There's the shot! He has done it! And look at his joy! Is this not why we love the game? Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. 4 extra minutes added on. Zerberto wins the duel this time. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Otto. Rijkaard. Looking for a runner. And that's it. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Bitoma. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, now the opposition are going to have to find something pretty special to stop Lionel Messi today, aren't they, Jim?
Yeah, the man is an absolutely born winner. You just feel that with him on the pitch, anything is possible.
And what's more, he brings out the best in his team. And that is wildly off target. Nesta. Look at the space here. Great chance! It's there! A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Milan really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Chance, surely! And he's following up! And he hits the net! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
That was a given, it always was.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Mitoma is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, there's a probing ball.
They've got to make this nice and quick. He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Haaland.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Nicely spread. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, smashing header! It's there! And again they hit the front. Certain, searing and imperious.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So we have a breakthrough. Chance! Oh, surely that deserved better.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
He's looking wide. Flashes it, climbs up big! Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Mitoma, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Right card. It's a really well-measured ball. And it's Hullet. And he's really put himself on the line here.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Cafu plays it short. Good take, gets the shot away! And he's there to belt it away. Yaya Toure is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. That's tidy. Gattuso. Oh, such a clever touch. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Rijkaard. He's shifted it to the flank. And he's managed to get free. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. Oh, good read. Good ball, good take. Some really good ball movement. He's in plenty of space here. It's a mighty effort! Oh, crossbar! Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Cross to the back post. Hullet! Decent enough try. Odo. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1.
Everyone, please welcome the two sides.
And we're off again. Spread it left. And here's Rafael Leao. Hernandez. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Nesta. Bellingham. Here's Haaland. Knocks it out wide. Hullet. Yaya Toure. So what can they make of this? Mitoma. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Messi. Here's Rafael Leao.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Toure defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Knocks it into space. Bellingham looking understandably energised after his goal. Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least.
Takes a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah powering forward here. Shot could be on.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Milan have it back and can go again. And it's Messi. Haaland, and the shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Haaland deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Sends it crossfield. Mitoma. Lukaku is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Cafu. And it's Gattuso. Now Yaya Toure. Out to the left it goes. Nice control. Otto does well to get it back. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Can he get onto this? He's got plenty of space out wide here. And that has been knocked clear.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Well, that is the number we all wanted to see. What a sight this is.
Well, I find it a little surprising he was on the bench to start with, Peter, but listen, I'm still excited to see him in action.
Searching pass he's played there. It's loose here and they'll want to reclaim it. Lovely feet. Mitoma! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. And it's Gattuso. Tries to play it through. Bellingham. And now the breakaway. Oh, that's fabulous. And here's Haaland. Oh, super. Mohamed Salah! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Milan really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Thuram receives it in a wide position. Yaya Toure. Nicely shaped ball. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Pull it. Looking to play him in. Very nicely done. Cafu proves just a little bit too strong.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Now it's Bellingham. That is ended up in no man's land.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Well, that has not gone well. I think we're just about done here. And time is up. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And already we're underway here.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Pullet absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Cafu. Little pass back.
He had nobody else to help out there. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And here's Haaland. It's a good spell of possession, this. And they've switched it over to the other side. And it's Gattuso. This looks promising.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Batistuta! He's done very well to get to that.
Batistuta clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Pull it. Yaya Toure is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
I don't think we've seen a dribbler as good as this guy, Vinicius Junior, in some time. His favourite move is to receive the...
And the shot! It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, they could break here. Kimmich. And it's Griezmann. Looking for options for movement. He's found a way through. Shot, surely! And he's really put himself on the line here. Keeper's dealt with that. Vinicius Junior will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Vinicius Junior! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Mitoma. Ibrahimovic. And it's Gattuso. Hullet. Oh, super ball. Now it's Hullet. He's having a shot! Oh, and that is really good tenacity.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And this is Yaya Toure. Great chance! Villarreal are looking to go forward now. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rijkaard. Driving forward. Driving on and making good progress. Gattuso. Cafu is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Plays a sharp little ball here. That's good play. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. And that was very necessary. They get a throw in. Cafu gets into a good position. It's their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Goes to finish! He's scored! An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. Yaya Toure can so cleverly bypass the press. Cafu.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
And here's Hullet. Passing is crisp and sharp. Batistuta. Villarreal are looking to break up. And the first half is done. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And the game has already resumed here. A solitary... He's had a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Haaland actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
So, third corner of the game. They've played it short. And shifted it to the flank. Looking to go deep. Costa Curta attempts a clearance. Over to the left. Oh, it's a great shapes to shoot! Cleared away. And it's Gattuso. Toure, who does have an assist to his name. Neuer is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Rijkaard. Neuer sends that a long way. Now Mitoma. A probing pass. Spread neatly. And here's Haaland. Team still separated by the game's only goal. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Yaya Toure. Gattuso, the man that is tenacity personified. Quick look, then plays it in. That's a throw. And this is Ibrahim, and he shoots! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. Vinicius Junior going face-to-face with his great rival. It's a goal kick. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. Let's grab a second goal and give ourselves an element of comfort.
And it's Ibrahimovic. João Neves. Bale. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Played out wide. And it's Gattuso. Here it is, crossed in. Ah, that's a fine interception. A temporary retreat here. Mitoma. It's a promising position. An instinctive delivery. Tries to get it clear. There's the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Can he stop it going out? Well, the movement is slick. The speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Mitoma. Nice looking ball. Look at the space here. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Gets into some space. Backward it goes. And this is Ibrahimovic.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Bale. Now it's Bale. Serves up across. Oh, real chance! Now that is commitment to the cause. We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Van der Vaart plays it short. Oh, it's played into the area. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And it's Rijkaard. Bout of passing here, really. He has a shot! Turns and goes back. He gets big! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Bale certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Gattuso, given the lift of his goal. Looking for the run, and he's picked it up out wide. Oh, that's nice. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Jeff Chiba nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Gattuso. Neuer. And that is that. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Gattuso picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.